one dashboard where one group is saying it says this and the other group is saying it says something different.
So I'm trying to envision, so would, say, Ben come into a meeting to clarify, or would he see no district personnel in this?
That's really up to you guys.
Yeah.
The other thing is that whoever the leader of the group is, maybe they have their meeting, they populate the dashboard, they look for patterns, and then that person comes in and has a sit-down meeting with Ben and says, okay, here's what we're looking at, here's what we want to say to the board, here's our presentation. And then Ben can have any questions answered at that time, but maybe that group needs to schedule an appointment to come in and have a sit-down with Ben prior to the board meeting, so that way you do have that, that calibration and can have those questions answered. When information is presented to the board and to the public, you want it to be as accurate and as clear and transparent as possible. So it might be that they have a meeting, populate the dashboard, and then they schedule time to come in and sit down with Ben. And that way Ben's aware of what's going on. And I'm not trying to put more work on you, Ben, I just think that there needs to be some mechanism in there where you know what patterns are being identified so that you can explain why that is the way that it is, good, bad, or ugly.
So when Ben's presenting his monthly budget reports, we can have the committee work in tandem.
Sure. Ben can present his monthly budget report, and then the committee can come present the dashboard after Ben and identify any patterns that they see. But that way, they know, the committee knows what Ben is going to say before he says it to the board, and Ben knows what the committee is going to say before they say it to the board. So it's everybody shows each other their cards, so there's no surprises, and that's how you keep transparency and respect.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be up to them to nominate 1 or 2 people to set this up, but they kinda gotta make sure that is, wouldn't be one of their charges, to make sure they attempt that reconciliation and sharing of data. I don't know if that should be into, that they not have to do, but basically they gotta make sure that it goes through, that they're not hiding anything.
So we need to pick
Surprising
a leader.
Yeah.
So my suggestion would be, after this meeting's over and the notes are typed up, the details in the charge when it says, create the dashboard, identify the metrics, report to the board, I think that your Ben and the business office should be the ones to write that detail in the plan. So let Ben and the business office decide how that communication between the task force and the business office should occur prior to the board meeting. So it fits into their workflow, because really it's not restricting or stifling the patterns they're identifying or the numbers they're looking at. It's simply scheduling and coordinating how that communication is to occur before the information is shared with the board and the community. But I think your business office is going to have some good solid ideas on what would be an efficient way to go about doing that. So where are we with this? Thumbs up, down, sideways? Okay. Well, you have the skeletal outline of a plan. From the notes, that can be typed up into some type of a format. The to-dos.
Do we want to talk about the deliverables, or that would be the presentation?
I think the deliverable would be the presentation at this point. If you add an additional task, then you can, when you add a task, you identify the deliverable at that time. But the to-do, number 1, type up the plan. Number 2, create an application for the members. Number 3 would be list specific details on the charge and tasks. And that would be have your business office talk about how the communication is going to occur, those types of things. Then number 4 would be review it all. Have everybody around this table and your superintendent review it prior to bringing it out for a vote. And then you approve it. And then set an agenda item and be really clear when, at the time that you approve it, set an agenda item for 90 days. Review / adjust / questions. So it doesn't mean review as in you're going to make sweeping changes, but you may have to make minor tweaks, or there may need to be clarification. So get it going in 90 days, and in 90 days say, wait a minute, did we leave something out? Because right now we're creating something that doesn't exist here, and so you'll want to maybe not review, but 90 days assess, yeah, and then adjust.
Are you talking about the review and adjust of the plan, and once it's put into place, once all the people are in place, or is this actually before all of that happens?
Here's what I would do. 90 days, I would call it, how's it going?
Okay.
In 90 days as a board, set an agenda item to discuss at a board meeting. Okay, we're 90 days into this, how's it going? Does anything need to be adjusted? Not reinvent it, not let's throw it out now, not we need, not major changes to the plan, just ask how's it going.
So it's a question we pose.
Yeah, so do we have, our committee members, have they met? When is our first meeting presentation scheduled for the board?
Right.
And if that hasn't happened, why hasn't it happened? So,
If we can't get 2 students, do we go with 1? Went to the Chamber of Commerce and there were 2 people that were very interested, and maybe after the first few meetings, the committee itself comes to you and recommends, you ask them how's it going, and they say, well, it's going great, but we really like 1 more person from the business community. So minor changes. It's not things like, we want to have decision-making authority on expenditures, not big changes. But you always, 90 days into something like this, ask how it's going. One of the ways boards stub their toes is you put a plan together and you stick to it no matter what. Say, nope, that's what we approved, no changes. So, there's a reason why brick buildings crumble in earthquakes and stick-built ones flex.
Okay.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Very good. 7:23.
When you have your 90-day, how's it going, please invite me back. I'd love to come sit and just be a fly in the hole. Not to present, not to speak, I'm just curious to see.
No, we're really thankful to you for coming.
Yes, thank you so much.
I applaud your effort. I think what you're doing is amazing. I think it shows courage and leadership to be transparent. My only advice is guard against increasing the workload of your staff and creating something that becomes so cumbersome that they aren't able to do the main job of your business office right now is this recovery. So just be careful that they're not pulled away from making that happen to make this happen.